They thought silence meant surrender. They mistook my stillness for defeat. But silence isn't weakness. It's warning. It's the inhale before the storm. By the end of this video, you'll understand why every empire that rises on lies eventually kneels to the one they tried to bury. They had their turn, their spotlight, their applause, their throne built on the bones of better people. Now it's my turn, not for revenge, for reversal. Because when you've been broken long enough, you stop chasing fairness. You start becoming balance. And that's what this moment is, the return to center. You see, they told me to wait my turn, to play small, to be humble. But humility is a cage built by the comfortable, a story the strong tell the weak to keep them quiet. And I stayed quiet for years. I watched their games, their lies, their smiles dripping with poison. I let them believe they were winning, because the smartest way to defeat an empire is to let it build higher than it should. When the fall comes, gravity does the work for you. I didn't need vengeance. I needed patience, and I had plenty. They wanted a victim. They built a weapon. They wanted me small. They made me surgical. Every insult became steel. Every scar became scripture. And now I know what they never did. The ones who walk through hell don't come out soft. They come out flawless. So no, I'm not here to prove them wrong. I'm here to show them what right looks like. Their time was noise. Mine will be silence. And silence is always louder when it hits back. They thought I'd fade into the background, that I'd accept the role they wrote for me. But I learned something they never did. When you stop trying to be liked, you start becoming limitless. I don't chase validation anymore. I chase velocity, because I realize the world doesn't reward the polite. It bows to the persistent. Every no they threw at me became another rep in my evolution. They built their comfort out of my silence. But comfort is a currency that always runs out. And when it does, the debt collectors arrive, people like me. They called me ruthless. Maybe they're right, but tell me, what's more ruthless, breaking others or breaking limits? I don't destroy for pleasure, I destroy illusions. Every fake friend, every false promise, every fragile empire built on lies, I burn them down, not to watch them fall, but to clear the view for what's real. When I was silent, they mistook it for peace. But peace is just preparation. I wasn't done. I was downloading, studying every move, every pattern, every weakness. And now that I know the map, I'm not playing on it. I'm rewriting it. They told me to wait my turn. I did. Now it's over. Because patience without power is submission. But patience with purpose, that's warfare. They built towers out of my doubt. I built stairs out of their stones. And now I'm climbing, not to join them, but to stand above everything they ever thought I couldn't be. So when they see me now, they'll whisper, "He changed." No, I remembered. Remembered who I was before the world told me to shrink. Remembered what fire feels like before they taught me to be safe. Their time was built on illusion. Mine is built on inevitability. And inevitability doesn't shout. It arrives. There's a moment when power stops being loud, when it doesn't need to scream anymore. It just is. That's where I stand now. I don't chase crowns. I forge them. I don't beg for respect, I command it, because I've already paid for it. In pain, in patience, in persistence. They had their era of comfort. Mine is the era of consequence. They called it arrogance when I believed in myself. They called it rebellion when I refused to bow. But tell me, how long was I supposed to stay quiet in a world that profits from silence? They wrote me out of their story. Now I'm writing one they can't erase. Every empire they built on my back will crack under its own guilt. I don't want their approval. I want their awareness, that I'm no longer the shadow. I am the light that exposes everything they tried to hide. They used to whisper about me. Now they watch in silence, because the sound of my footsteps has become their alarm clock. This isn't revenge, this is reclamation. Every scar they gave me has turned into a signature, proof that I survived. You see, strength isn't what they told you it was. It's not dominance. It's not destruction. It's the ability to walk past what broke you without looking back. It's the calm after the storm, when you finally realize, you are the storm. Their time built me. Their hate refined me. Their silence trained me. And now, every breath I take is a reminder. It's my turn. If you've ever been underestimated, forgotten, or dismissed, this one's for you. Comment "my turn" below if you're done waiting. Because once you say it out loud, the world starts to listen differently. And subscribe, not for motivation, for memory to remember who you are when the noise gets loud again. They had their turn. Now it's time for yours. I'm not asking for the spotlight. I am the light. And when it shines, every false king will fade. Because this time, this era belongs to me.